What's up, YouTube? This is Bystander X79. I'm coming to you today with a preview video for products coming to the TCG starting in July going to October. First product I'm going to be talking about is this year's starter deck, Codebreaker, which comes out July 13th. Alright, now starter decks typically are those type of decks that are great for beginners, collect a lot of the cards. Specifically for this, I know we having, since this deck is going to be based on the new protagonist for the Link Friends anime, you're getting a lot of his monsters, including a new Code Talker Link monster, which is actually pretty decent. I looked up his effect. It can actually special summon I think a Link 3 or lower Cypress monster from the graveyard back to the field to a zone where to one of the zones it points to. So it's actually a pretty interesting way to build your field with that card. It could also bumps up monsters it points to, any monsters it co-links by 500, and I think it also makes it so your opponent can't target them with effects. So it's a pretty interesting Code Talker Link monster that we're going to be getting. The other two Link monsters, if memory serves correctly, oh actually no, I'm confusing this with another one, but we are getting Link Reaper reprinted in this deck, which is great for Latin America and Europe because they don't have that card since it was a jump promo here in North America. It's a beginner. It typically starter decks are beginner sets to help get introduced to the duels, but there are some pretty good cards in this set. I've seen it. If you look up the OCG list, you can see what's going to be in there. You can probably figure out what they're going to take out just based on what's banned here. All right. But the next thing we're going to go into is we're going to go into the next structure deck, Power Code Link. This comes out August 10th. Okay. All right. Just like before, it's going to be having Power Code Talker, another Link 3 monster. Used by the protagonist in here. Power Code Talker looks to be very interesting as well. We're also going to be getting two more Link monsters. They're generic Link monsters. They don't have any effects. One's a Link 2, one's a Link 3. So it's actually be very interesting that we're actually getting that stuff now. Structure decks usually do have a little bit more strategy behind them, and they usually have just a few more powerful cards. I know that this particular structure deck is going to have reprint of Draw and Lockbird in it. Going to be very interesting since this card comes out in August, so it's going to be interesting to see what Konami does with the upcoming ban list. Typically, they usually rely on the first few regionals and maybe the YCS of the new season to really set the ban list. So it's gonna be a wait and see situation. Alright, next set. Literally a week after we get the structure deck, we're getting this set. Shadows in Baja. This is a 60 card special set. It's going to be focusing in on three things. It's going to be focusing on the Valkyrie cards that Siegfried von Schroeder used in the original anime, specifically the Kaiba Corp Grand Championship arc. Yeah, those Valkyries that OTK Joey. Right. Alright. It's going to include Mistress of the Time Goddess. Classic spell card from the original anime. Skips your opponent's turn completely and moves the game to your next battle phase. Okay. If this card is generic, it's going to spell a hell of a lot of trouble for a lot of players because that opens us up too many OTK potentials. I'm just crossing my fingers that it's more archetype specific and it's only usable in Valkyries, but still that will make Valkyries a lot more dangerous to be used. Other cards that will be in this set are we're going to be getting some ninja cards. That's the whole shadow part of the title of the set. Cool thing about the ninjas is that we're going to be getting a new ninja Link monster that sets a ninjutsu art card from your deck every turn, and new ninjutsu art card that allows you to disguise your ninja as your opponent's monsters. Very cool. And of course, there's going to be reprints of the ninja and ninjutsu art cards in this set, so you can actually start building right out of this box. I mean, just think about what they did with the set that had this new Six Samurai stuff in it. They gave us a lot of reprints that were useful in that deck, and we could actually start building out of that. The last thing that they're actually included in this stuff is they're actually starting to reprint a lot of the invoked stuff in this set. So Alistair the Invoker, he's getting reprinted. We're getting the Link version of Alistair the Invoker in here as well, which gives us access to invocation, the invoked spells and traps, invocation, Book of Lore, Omega Summon, stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Magical Meltdown and the other invoked fusion monsters in this set as well. Alright, so that comes out the August 17th. Alright, coming out, we're going to have to wait for a bit, but coming out at the end of September, the 27th, 28th, we are getting Legendary Duelist White Dragon Abyss. Okay, this is the next Duelist pack. Coolest thing about this is focuses on Kaiba, Zane, Crow, and Kite. And whoever was using the Abyss actors as well in Arc V. Yeah, with the Kaiba cards, more Blue Eyes support, specifically Blue Eyes Ritual support. All of it looks awesome. There's a few new spells and traps in there as well. They can make the deck a little bit more interesting. And I've seen the reprints that we're getting as well, so it's going to be very good. Cyber Dragons, brand new fusion spell. We got another main deck monster that can help us fusion summon without the use of a spell card. And there's also, if it's in the graveyard, you can banish it, and you can even search out a Power Bond. So it's going to be interesting. I know there's an equip spell for that deck that can allow you to banish a Cyber Dragon from your graveyard to allow a equipped machine fusion monster to attack another time. Just imagine bringing out a Cyber End Dragon with Power Bond, equipping that with that, and equipping that equip spell to that, and this letting it swing. Yeah, it gives another OTK potential. So, 5 of these, we're getting Blackwings. I know there's a level 10 Synchro Monster, which is an upgraded version of Blackwing Armor Master. Oh my god, that card's effect is so awesome. The wedge counters do so much more. It can allow your monster to take control of your opponent's monster with the wedge counter on it. Adds more synchro fodder or even link fodder if you need to go into it. Or you can just destroy any monsters with wedge counters on them, which is awesome. I know there's two new main deck monsters. There's a level 4 tuner, which can get back banish Blackwing monsters and summon into your field. Pretty cool. They also can banish itself from the graveyard and place wedge counters on your opponent's monsters, or add black feather counters onto Blackwing Dragon. A lot of the new support does help get Blackwing Dragon onto the field a little bit quicker and even power it up a little bit more. The other main deck monster is Smoon the Poison Winds, or something that can actually get Black Whirlwind out of your field onto the field very quickly. And then you can turn around, normal summon it, which triggers Black Whirlwind, and you can get the search. So yeah, there's a whole lot of potential there. Unfortunately, no, there is no Blackwing Link monster. Really wish there was. That can really use it as archetype specific, but still, there is some pretty good new monsters and reprints of some good support Blackwings. I can tell you right now, for the Galaxy stuff, I really didn't see anything that really jumped out at me. I think the new rank 4 Xyz monster looks to offer a bit more protection and a few more ways to help speed up the deck, but that's about it. I really didn't see anything else that really jumps out at me as something that, oh, this is going to make Galaxy decks really pro. And of course, we're also going to get a lot more Abyss actor cards in this set. I'm not very familiar with how this deck particular works. I gotta take a closer look of how the cards interact with each other and how we can set up the plays before I can say whether or not that it's going to be something. Alright, last but not least, October 5th, we are getting the next Legendary Decks box. This here is going to be Legendary Heroes. It's going to be focusing in on Destiny Heroes. It's going to be focusing in on the Aesir Synchro Monsters that Team Random used in the anime. And it's also going to be focusing in on Phantom Knights. Alright, so With Destiny Heroes, we're actually getting 2 Link monsters with this. We're actually getting the extra hero in this deck. Could be the second reprint of that card this year, because we are getting the Jadentin, and the Jadentin does kind of focus in on the hero on elemental heroes, and the Link 2 monster it does give away getting us back the fusion spells like polymerization, and even the match chain spells as well. So the Link 2 could be the second reprint. We're also getting a high attack Link 3 monster with Link arrows that point towards your field, giving you space to summon 3 fusion monsters at once. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether or not that Link 3 monster has any effects, and what effects they can actually give us. Alright. For the Acer monsters are Thor, Loki, and Odin. No, not the Marvel ones. We're talking the Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are the Synchro monsters that Team Ragnarok used in a duel against Team 5Ds. Cool thing about it is that there were some interesting things. They're introducing a new Nordic Link monster that makes it easier to assemble synchro materials needed to summon Aesir monsters. Both Nordic and Aesir are in quotations. So if you want to read into that, you can. Right now, I'm taking it as face value, and it's going to be generic. However, we're also getting a reprint of Ascension Sky Dragon. It used to be a prize card. It's a level 10 synchro monster that was a prize card. Well, I say it's prize card for a bit. We're finally getting it, reprinted it in this. Pretty cool. So we finally get that. Of course, we have Phantom Knights. Phantom Knights are actually an XC summon deck using trap cards to help turn the tide of battle. Almost all our monsters are spells, traps, that have additional abilities you can use once they're in the graveyard, creating opportunities for big comebacks. The deck includes a new trap card, which is actually seen right here on the cover. I think that's the new trap card. That's going to be Mist Armor or Mist Claws or something like that. And there's also going to be a new Phantom Knight Link monster that sets traps directly from your deck and to destroy any card on the field when a Dark Xyz monster is special summoned to a zone it points to. Awesome. 3 40-card decks with 10-card extra decks, which is amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. Each deck has 5 ultra rares and 45 commons. I can't tell you, I can't wait to see what cards we're going to be getting and what the decks are going to be like. Last year's legendary decks that were based on dragons were so amazing. They were exactly like the structure decks of old. I'm praying that it's going to be the same thing this year with this particular set. And I personally can't wait. Alright, so that's it for this preview video. Guys, let me know in the comment section what things you're really excited about that I previewed here today. Maybe we can start bouncing ideas off each other about deck builds or anything else. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, hit that subscribe button. Ring the notification bell to be alerted to whenever I throw up new videos. Check out my other videos. I have tons linked at the end. Deck builds, strategy videos, and even some other profiles as well. And openings, and product openings as well. So guys, until next time, I'll be seeing you. Peace out.